What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. So your OTS Tournament Pack 9, we have got the leaks and we have got a full-on spoiler of this set. Looks like we know everything that is inside of it and we are going to break it down. If you guys have been on social media or a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh websites this morning, this is probably what you've been seeing a lot of people talk about, but there has been some fake news even as early as like this morning. My sleep schedule was all messed up, so I was up super early this morning and I just happened to be, kind of checking in on this. And, some of the information out there was valid. Some of it was just way, way off where people were even just straight up trying to debate me. You guys look at this email that I got a couple of days ago where somebody was claiming, yo, Cap G, Monster Reborn confirmed is going to be in the new OTS Pack 9. Make a video on it right now. I 100% am not trying to debate you. Even got the picture right here that says OP9. I was like, man, this looks kind of, confirmed. But I asked him, I was like, yo, can I get like a picture that actually shows like the text of the card and maybe the font and whatnot? Nah, Cap, I can't show you that. I'll get in trouble. All right, well, there's some fake news going around. People were claiming that Multi-Faker was going to be an ultimate rareness pack. None of that turned out to be true, but we do have some pretty good cards in here regardless. If you guys are looking for a little bit of confirmation, booyah, this has been posted again on Reddit and social media like Facebook, whether it be Zodiac Duelist or Italian Yu-Gi-Oh. This is Silver's card, so you can see the Morphing Jar, the Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. If you're a Sky Striker player, you're probably thrilled because now you can have Ultimate Kagaris and Ultimate Shizuku, so that's kind of nice for you. We got Sekka's Light. Keeping it 100, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is from Flames of Destruction, right? This card had no business ever coming out as like a rare or a common. I want to say that it may have been a rare. This card should have been a straight up ultra rare out the gate. I know you can only play it in a couple of decks like Super Heavy Samurai and Mermill and Burning Abyss, but when you just look at the card on paper, like draw two and potentially fix your hand, like you get ashed and you still get to fix your hand, come on, man, this card is way too good to have been printed just as a low rarity card. Should have been an ultra rare in my opinion coming out the gate. So in this also we also had the picture of the Trickstar Lycoris. You guys can see she is shining in ultimate rare. Trickstar Lycoris, she was originally a super rare out of Code of the Duelist, right? That's good rarity for her. I kind of feel like when the anime decks come out that there should be probably about 2 to 3 ultra rares kind of assigned to them if they're going to be like one of the decks that Konami wants to be, actually like meta. I mean, they did that with Trickstar. They did that with Altergeist. They didn't do it with Goki. They actually shit on Goki, and they didn't do it with Salamangreats either, which actually is really annoying to me as a Salamangreat player. The fact that like literally all the cards in TCG are common, which I mean, it's not a complaint, but no, it is a complaint. I don't want a fucking deck full of commons, but whatever. Let me get back on topic. Anyways, for our ultimate rares, right? So you guys can see we have Elemental Hero Stratos, we have Trickstar Lycoris, and then we have Sky Striker Ace Shizuku. Now, I think that, like, I heard some complaining about Lycoris. Some people are like, why do you need, ultimate rare copies of Lycoris? Well, Lycoris is, like, the only 3 of up here when it comes to these ultimate rares. Like, I don't think any Trickstar player, no Trickstar player with any dignity is going to run, like, 1 ultimate and, like, 2 super. Like, come on, man. Now, maybe if you have 2 ultimates and 1 super, I can kind of get behind that, but a lot of people are probably going to be looking for multiple copies of this, very similar to like Swap Frog when Swap Frog got the ultimate rare treatment. So I don't have any complaints, especially when you consider that Trickstar are still very meta relevant and probably will be for the foreseeable future. Unless Aoi switches archetypes and Yu-Gi-Oh reigns, this deck is probably going to be her deck or at least this deck is probably going to be viable for the foreseeable future. And they're in season 2 right now, so if she's going to switch archetypes, it's going to be fairly soon. Even if she does, I think Trickstars are here for a very long time, and Konami doesn't seem to have any interest in hitting reincarnation, which I don't think they need to do anyway. So, it's a viable tier 1 deck, and it will be for a while. Sky Strikers, no one's going to complain about that. Maybe this means that Konami won't stomp them into the ground on our next ban list. Maybe they'll probably just get like 1 hit to, Sky Striker Ace, or Sky Striker Mobilize Engage would probably be the card that most people are looking at. Stratos just feels painfully late in my opinion. And actually it's very interesting that you'll notice that there are a lot of cards on here that just got unbanned. Card Destruction, Morphing Jar, Super Poly Stratos. I mean, it's so weird, right? Like Stratos had to sit on the bench for 5 years and now they finally unban it. it sees absolutely no play because everything is kind of Armageddon night malicious dot deck, get the ISO'd as quick as possible. And now they're like, yo, we're gonna give you guys the ultimate rare Stratos. Aren't you happy? And everybody's like, we don't play Stratos anymore, man. Like, come on now. I mean, if they're gonna put Stratos at 2, okay, maybe we can start talking, but Stratos at 1, not really seeing much play. So maybe this could have been something else. As much as everybody loves Stratos, it's just really not that relevant right now. Super rares are looking pretty good. We got Morphing Jar. We have Galaxy Wizard. We got a Thunder Dragon card because Konami just won every single card in that entire archetype to be hollow, man. Seriously, I swear, just everything in that damn deck is either an Ultra, a Super, or like a secret rare. Obviously the Fusion monsters took up so many spots. All I wanted was 2 Ultra Salamangreats. That's all I wanted was 2. I couldn't even get that. We have, because the freaking Noble Knights and the Thunder Dragons took all the rarity spots. We've got Reaperdokus for those of you degenerates out there playing the FTK with Summon Sorceress, and Gelendor, you have a little bit more, I guess, bling. Card Destruction and Super Polymerization. For anybody thinking those cards are going to get unbanned, probably not going to happen, almost certainly not. Sekka's Light, as I talked about before. Personal Spoofing is actually pretty nice. Altergeist players ever since, or post Multi-Faker, this card is basically a staple in the deck, and it's it was a low rarity card before, but Altergeist came out with like 3 I think they came out with 3 ultra rares and 2 supers. No, I think it was just 3 ultra rares out of the first set, so I couldn't complain about the rarities. We also have Galaxy Expedition, and actually there's a lot of Galaxy stuff in this pack. I think Konami, what they were trying to go for with this OTS, I think they were trying to go for a good mix of what's to come in Savage Strike and then what is already here in Soul Fusion. Obviously, like Galaxy just got their Link monster in Soul Fusion, so you're gonna have a couple of Galaxy cards in here. Same thing goes with the Thunder Dragons and like the not Necro Valleys, the Gravekeepers. That's all to kind of celebrate Soul Fusion. And then when we get to the commons, it's a little more about Savage Strike. Now this is interesting, right? When it comes to the Mecha Phantom Beast token, to me this is much more applicable in the OCG, because in the OCG, like Mecha Phantom Beast Lion is like a really solid combo card. You summon it off Crystron Needle Fiber, then you use that monster plus Needle Fiber to go into Summon Sorceress. It gets you a token. You can continue on with your Link plays, and you can activate Summon Sorceress's effect. Well, no, actually, I'm trolling. OCG, I forgot Summon Sorceress is banned, so I guess that play doesn't exist anywhere anymore. But we don't have that play here because we don't have, like, they don't have Summon Sorceress and we don't have Needle Fiber. So it just feels like Mecha Phantom Beast Lion isn't relevant anymore anywhere. But I guess if we do get Needle Fiber and Savage Strike, it'll make a lot more sense right now, because I don't think anyone really plays Mecha Phantom Beast Lion if you don't have access to both Needle Fiber and Summon Sorcerer. It's kind of a combo thing. We have Neos Alias. These are commons, by the way. We have E-Hero Neos Alias, which is not going to see any play. I don't know if Konami thinks that people are going to run this in Neospacians. I can promise you they will not run this card. Neospace Connector just is way too good. That's almost always going to be your normal summon. Actually, not almost always. That always will be your normal summon, unless you, I don't know, unless you like don't have it. That's the only thing I can think of. 4 different TG monsters. I mean, we got Striker, Werewolf, Rhino. We also have Magician. Is it Cyber Magician? It is Cyber Magician. Yeah, we got Cyber Magician. I'm thinking Konami's trying to ramp up a little bit of hype for Savage Strike since the TG Link monster is coming out in that. I expect that thing to be at least an ultra rare. We have Jet Synchron. This can also be played alongside TGs. I wonder if all of these cards that work really well with Needle Fiber, like this Mecha Phantom Beast token, I wonder if they're trying to tell us that Needle Fiber is actually in Savage Strike, which I believe it is, because Savage Strike is a synchro set and Needle Fiber is a synchro-based Link monster, if that makes sense. We got Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, more Galaxy Eyes support for the Galaxy Link monster. We have this card, I couldn't remember its name off the top of my head. Instant Neo Space. We have Forbidden Graveyard, which I believe, according to this, it's been changed to Silent Graveyard. I'm not exactly sure why. If there was like, is there some type of like searchability with the word forbidden or something? Why did they change that? Obviously, we have Fusion Substitute, Imperial Order, This is what, Imperial Tombs of the Necro Valley, I believe. Yeah, Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley, and then Transmigration or Tachyon Transmigration. One of the only counter traps that can be activated from the hand. What other counter trap? Oh, Red Reboot. Yeah, Red Reboot. I guess Red Reboot, and this is it. This is the only one I can think of off the top. And so you can see that OTS 9 is kind of like a combination of, we want you guys to still remember Soul Fusion and get your stuff for that so that you can play those decks. But don't forget Savage Strike is coming out. That's why they've got, the Neospatian stuff in here, and that's also why they have the TG stuff. Overall, I feel like this is a pretty good pack. I mean, for the meta decks right now, you got Trickstar, you have Thunder Dragon, you got Sky Striker all in here. Like, these are all decks that are going to get a little better. I mean, some people do play Card Destruction if you're playing, some type of Danger variant. If you're playing Burning Abyss, you're almost certainly playing a Sekka's Light build. Altergeist are always maining Personal Spoofing. And then moving forward, depending on if we get Needle Fiber, TG might become a lot more relevant, like a meta deck. If we don't get Needle Fiber, then TG will not become a meta deck. I feel super confident in that. So I feel like this was pretty good. The only thing that I do have a little bit of a gripe with is Stratos. I think Konami's got to realize that no one really plays Stratos right now. I mean, maybe you can say that this is kind of one of those like lifetime achievement awards where we're going to give you guys the ultimate Stratos now, because if not now, then when? Maybe, it's like the lifetime achievement for Stratos, but I feel like this could have been maybe a little more of a meta relevant card. Outside of that, I like the OTS pack. Now, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you like about the set? What do you not like about the set? Are you picking up any of these cards? Personally, I might pick up Personal Spoofing. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Everything else doesn't really interest me that much. I guess I'll just look for OTS Pack 10 in the future. Anyways, whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.